Here's the enjoyment of just playing some freaking GTA, baby. Whoa, boys, whoa. Guns blazing, boys. Ooh. Hold on, y'all. Come back, come back, come back. Whoa, 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 whoa. Over here, over here. Y'all ready? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
God dang it. You piece of shit.
Whoa, right in there. Right in the door. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Right in the door. Right in the door. Come back, come back, come back. No. Yo. Yo, 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 yo. Oh, no. Over here, over here, over here. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Well, look like we ain't gonna do that one. Guns blazing. How we looking down here, boys? How we looking down here? One. Oh, he's still up there. Oh. We got this, boys. Here we go. Woo wee.
That's what we like to see. And hey, presto! Don't miss the diamonds right there on the carts. I'll keep you updated on the gas, or more precisely,
Let's do this.
Tell them if you've got the time, but I can't promise you there'll be anything good inside.
Get as much as you can grab. You know the diamonds only come once in every lifetime. Mm-hmm.
The hacking team can hold off the gas a little while longer. There's still some rich pickings in there. Gas incoming! 10 seconds! That's it! Get the hell out of there or you're dead!
Just get out of here, boys. Oh boy. Oh! Oh!
Looking good. Get all that across the finish line and we're home and dry. You'll need to sync your keycard swipes on the way out, too.
Oh Lord. Go swipe, swipe, swipe.
Okay, I didn't think I'd need to do this, but... 3, 2, 1, swipe!
Let's be ready, boys. That is like running the heist. And this is where it is, man, when we talk about above. Oh.
Get ready. Upstairs, the route's open back the way you came.
Cover each other. There's another one in through the hallway.
I'm gonna get you, little piggy! Can I get some cover? Wait, what sucker? Semper Fi, motherfucker! I need cover! Dick! You're going down! You looking for some protection?
Home stretch. I feel so alive. Woo. I even think my eczema's clearing up.
Oh boy. Here we are. Nice.
You fucked with the wrong soldier! Fire!
Mm-hmm.
Move out! Sucker! Come here!
You know what they say? In the event of emergency,
Where's he going?
Loser. I need a medic. You piece of shit. You want to play with me? Cocksucker.
Woo wee. And that's the thing when it comes to running like heists, man, with your crew or with randoms. You know, it's such a tough one, man. When you plan, because some people people gotta know what to do when it comes to some of this stuff, man. Like not everybody knows what to do, and that could be a hassle. Because if you really want to be strung out of making like a lot of money, as much money that you can make, you know, you're trying to get it, to the best you can. And it's just like some people really don't, they don't know, you know? And it's like, it ain't their fault because it's like, how did they get the experience? But the only way you know that some people even have the experience is maybe through the attributes. That's why I think that's why it's going to be like, they're going to tap into those things of, you know, people having those, the abilities showing the best thing when it comes to a lot of it, you know, because people are going to want to maximize as much money as that they could get through it. And if they can't get all the money that they would want, you know, what do you do? Oh boy. Even like the drivers of like, and I think that's where it will come with like just the abilities of those that do play. You know, it's like, how good are they? Are they good to get out of police chases? Like, what is their success rate? That would be something to really look into, because you're going to want to know somebody's like percentage of how many times they actually got away during heists. Like, you would really want to know that. Like, there's no way you're not going to know that. Whoa! We got a flat tire. Oh boy. How's the other crew doing? Look like they might be in the clear. The enjoyment of running a heist. And this is ultimately like where like the fun happens, you know. It's like this right here. Like, and that's just like the violence of GTA, because they're going to want to look into other things that they could tap into, where besides just being violent, but this is what it's known for. Like, there's not one GTA that you could probably say that you focus outside of potential violence. And that's where they got to go ahead and put the clearances on. We're about to have the most violent game in history. like, man. That is something right there. That is something right there to navigate that, you know, and strategize on how they're going to go ahead and do that for this game. Oh boy. He did not see that pole.
Getaway cars, go!
My guy. My guy. See? Oh boy. But just like that, that's where, you know, oh boy. Whoa. But that's where you want to know if people could do things like this. Do we have people that are going to be this good of getting away and even can fly helicopters? Because your character may not be able to fly helicopters. So are we going to have some people that are on a heist that can fly helicopters? Are we going to have people that has the mind of how to get away from this stuff? It's something to really look into, man. It's going to be so crazy. Or even, can you imagine multiple heists being ran on that same lobby? Can you imagine that? Multiple heists being ran in the same lobby, and there honestly might be an objective for that, for the most heists or most breaking in businesses in one lobby. That's a challenge to be, where the radios are going insane. And that's why I believe that there's going to be some, you know, careers, or a lot of people that have the jobs as a police officer of the role playing, because the police of the AI is not going to be able to handle a lobby that have multiple heists being ran. Or even let it be that if you ran a heist and you run into another crew while running the heist. Oh, what? That gotta be something. That would be a historical thing to see. A heist meeting another heist crew. And they have it already on Grand Theft Auto, where it was like, you know, you got to steal equipment or something that they already have somebody in there running equipment or getting something done. That is something to see right there. Oh, man, that is something to see. I mean, we got to say who's excited. My man, Sammy I Am, is about that life. And we did real good for the take that we did, you know. And here's the thing where you just gotta be. You know, there's a thing where you gotta be, you know, about the heist of what you gotta take. Where it's like, you know, it wasn't no big thing that was going on with how the percentages went, because some people got free money. Like, you got free money on this. Everybody got over maybe 250,000 easy. You know, I think that's fear for not having to set it up and go through all the missions. So it's like things like that of a lot that has to be considered when it comes to playing Grand Theft Auto 6. And look, when you see all your boys right here, is that Dr. Disrespect? All your boys right here, we just in there just chilling. The fun. And that's what it is. You want to have these moments, and you have a picture of all your heists up on the board. That's something, man. That is something that you would have that. Like, you know, can you imagine like your house has every picture of every heist mission that you did with every single crew. Like, that's something to do right there, of just photos in itself of all the people you met. And then to the point that it has to be placed in a folder, and you could put like your top 5 photos of people that you ran heists with, you know, on a mantle, on your desk at an office, where it's just memories, man. It's memories. That's what this game is really like. You know, we probably want to put out for a lot of us. It's just the memories that it would carry, because some of us are never going to meet. Like, how many there's, and GTA players know this, man, is that you when you play this game and you run missions with people, you're probably not, if not, it's almost like 90, I'll say about 90% chance you're not going to see or play with these people again. I mean, it's almost like you're never gonna play with some of these people ever again, ever again. And what is the best way to remember moments of when you played these missions with people, or or even having the footage of when you did the heist to go back and watch, and you're just like, man, you you can sit back and laugh and look at the tape where it's just like, we had no idea what we were doing. And that's the experience that you want to have. Like I have no idea, we screwed that up so bad that it turned out the best mission because we screwed up so bad, and there's nothing that we could do but laugh at how horrible something went. That is the experience that I think would really thrive with Grand Theft Auto 6, man. Of just failure after failure. Or even, so you remember the movie, there's a movie, there was the movie, was it Menace to Society? And there was a thing that happened in Menace to Society that when he robbed the convenience store, they robbed the convenience store, and he went back. I think he grabbed when he robbed the convenience store, I think he shot the person, and he took the videotape, and they were watching the videotape together. A nice, good old movie, and that's what it looked. Grand Theft Auto 5 has a theater. When was the last time you went to the theater? Matter of fact, let's go to the theater right now, because no one ever goes to the theater. Like, nobody goes to the theater. And let's look. Let's go and look at the theater. Oh, before we go over there, let's go ahead and, do what we got to do with business. Business is business. But nobody goes to the theater. And that's probably what the theater could probably be used for. A giant screen of not watching the actual movie, or even movies that you could probably, and that's one thing that Rockstar may even look at too, of making their own movies. Why not? The dreams are set high. But let's go to the movie. Let's go to the theater, and let's even see what movies in there. It's been a while since I even went to the theater of what's in there. And I think that's going to probably be, we might have to have that as a discussion on itself on, what what they going to do with the theater. Because that was something that they didn't get to really tap into, it's probably as much as they probably wanted to, or what was their idea on how they wanted people to implement going to the theater. Like, what was their idea with that? Because I couldn't tell you the last time when I'm playing Grand Theft Auto I even thought about the theater for the game. Like, that was never a thing. Unless you're doing distance relationships, and you find your way to play through, when you meet people on this game, is to do that. And that's a later conversation right there. But let's go ahead and check out the theater. Like, what's in here? Look, and they only show theaters at a particular time. So that's the conversations that we gotta have. We gotta have the conversation on what the theaters is gonna do, if they may adding theaters, and when it comes to relationships through the game. And it doesn't have to always be, through, it doesn't have to always be like that love type of relationship You know, it could be friend relationships. It could be, you know, because some people live that double life, man. Was probably the best way to live it through is probably through a game. That might be the best way for some people to probably live that life through the game, and it might minimize the cheating rate that's happening out here, man. You know, like none of it is out the question, you know. But business relationships and everything, you know, because I think a lot of people that do that in the corporate world or wherever you are is going to be playing this game. They're going to be playing it, and they're going to be wanting to go ahead and talk to people on this game, and who knows, they might make a business, and ideas might be sparked from this game. Ideas could be sparked from Grand Theft Auto. There's a book by the CBD brand, right? And they have people that work on stuff, and they use a lot of bit of AI too. You know, that's just how the way our world is. You'll accept it for what it is. And they have a book on a person that actually built their life through Grand Theft Auto. And not like they're from just playing the game, but they built their life through living out what are some things in the game that, you know, they could kind of do. Like they build it through knowing the warehouses, having the garage, Savage Yard, or auto shop, you know. And I think that's probably one of the things right there on, because I think what cars on here too. There's so many cars in this world that haven't been bought, and I think a lot of people may even look into going into their own, you know, if you want to call it vehicle real estate, if that's what it's called, but their own selling of cars. You know, they might go into that business, but they're not going to know too much how to do that business until they have something to kind of go off of to see how to do it. And they may learn how to do it through Grand Theft Auto. You know, they just might. Who knows? Who really knows, man? Because there's so much to learn from video games that you're not going to be able to learn through life, just because life just be lifing, you know. And then for how close this could be to some people, and to even our reality of just being able to do some things on a video game to see how it would play out. People are going to take advantage of that, and they should take advantage of it. You know, it's something to take advantage of. Why not take advantage of it? Probably the real question to even say is, like, why not take advantage of being able to do some things that you would like to do in real life on a video game? You know, there's a reason for them simulators. And they may have a few simulators on this thing of how to run a business, to teach people on how to do that stuff. I think all of that's in the air. All of that's in the air for Grand Theft Auto 6 and everything that it can do and what it can bring for a lot of us, to the community. It would do that type of justice for us, to see what you can make out of something from just learning the essentials from a game. And you probably don't got to go that extreme from what the game is doing, but you could go enough from what the game is doing and you be like, okay, and you do that. You know, I think that would be probably something that we would all look into and that we would enjoy. And you could go on here and talk it to people, and that's where the relationship kick in, that you could talk it to people and be like, yo, you do that for your business? Oh, okay, what did you do for that? What did you do for this? Oh, Grand Theft Auto didn't have this. How did you manage to do this? Or some people could just literally, and I don't know if I said already, just be inspired by what their character is doing. There's a lot of inspiration through everything. And it might be having some dialogue on this game that just be enough to make somebody start up their own business to do it. And we're gonna hope it's on the ethical. We're gonna hope it's on the ethical side. To know that we gotta wait a year, though, that is kind of haunting. Because a year is a long time. A year is a really long time to kind of be like, okay, you know, that's a long time to wait for for a game, but it'll be worth it. I think it's gonna be really worth it for that game, for this game to come out. You know, and see what it really has to offer. And you gotta really like, and I know I said it before, and it's like you gotta really tap into wanting to play that game where you want to see what your character, or see what's the levels of how far you can go, because a lot of people gonna probably find it a lot easier, especially if they're in the fields of some of the stuff that you can do. And like if their profession is on here in real life, in the sea, and to be able to do it on a video game, they might have the advantage, man. So who knows what you're gonna have to like. I expertise in fitness and health, so off rip I'm gonna be trying to get my character healthy, because I solely believe that how you feel and how your mind and your body is conditioned, it reflects to your work. So you're only going to be able to work as hard as how conditioned your mind is and how conditioned your body is. Like it has no choice. Like there's a
From his heavily guarded submarine at the bottom of the ocean. That's what. Let's go!
yeah, there's a particular like fatigue that your body gets to when it works for long periods, and your body has to be ready for that. So therefore, if the game on if Grand Theft Auto 6 went solely off of your person may be or can get fatigued from work, and so you don't, because it's gonna have to because some people might try to play this game for X amount of time. And what is that? Is that a dolphin? And look at that. And when playing these games for a long periods of time, and they're trying to make it as close as possible, they're going to have to balance out playing a game of having your character just so exhausted from playing that you have to take a break. Like they're going to have to force taking breaks. Because if they don't force that take a break, I don't know. Like, you'll find some people trying to play this game for too long. Because people really can. People can play a game for so, and you find it. Like, there's no end to some of these games. Like, in Grand Theft Auto could be it. And that's how far they're going to have to go with it. Because some people really don't stop playing video games. But they could be stuck on that thing, and they would disobey their parents, neglect some things that they would have never thought they would have neglected. Most people neglect some things right now that they would have never thought they would have neglected. But and I feel like this, if you set goals, you will neglect something. If you're a person that sets goals, and so many people are going to set goals on a game that they forget to set goals in real life, which is a scary thing. That is such a scary thought, to know that some people are going to neglect some things in life and do them on a game before real life. That is such a scary thing. And man, where the $2 billion go, like your system might just shut down. Because if you're playing the game too much. But then again, if you can make money off the game, maybe there's no such thing as playing the game too much, because then you can make a profit from it. But then you're going to have to tap in. Hopefully you tap in to see what's your philosophy on life, on what you really care about. Because if you go down that route of playing the game and you're making money from just playing the video game, then you're going to have to intentionally go ahead and focus on your family, your health, your peace. You're going to have to focus on a whole lot of other things, to keep you, in a sense, leveled, so you don't just be gone out of reality. Because that's what happens with a lot of people when they do play games, is that they'll play a lot of these games
Head right for the engine room. We gotta knock out their navi so they can't dive deeper and fuck this whole thing up. Use that cutting torch if you have to.
They'll play a lot of these games, and then they'll just forget that they have to live life. And it happens to people, man. That stuff happens to a lot of people. But they literally forget that life is a thing. They forget that. And we can only hope that some people don't forget that they still have to live life outside of video games. And I can't even believe that was something to even talk about. That is something that's so crazy to even talk about when you think about it. But what are you going to do, right? You're going to have to learn how to find that balance. I don't even know if there's a way that you can do. That you can get through. Oh, see, they say that you got to do this already.
Total dead.
Oh. Oh. Well, that's something. You couldn't hit him.
From the sound of those alarms, I'd say they're really freaking out now. It's a straight shot to land, but we still should figure out how to control this shit, right? The head of security should have the control codes we need to know what we're doing. I got the pick of him for you. Sending it over now.
Let's get this car, man. Let's get this freaking car. Oh,
My partner's down. Total dead.
look at that beauty right there, baby.
Drop your weapon.
Guess we have to go down. Go. Whoa.
Drop it. Let's go.
He left his boy. I wonder why they didn't let us go this way first. Even the dialogue, man, that's gonna be something to know. Something to see.
Total dead. Cover now.
Oh my lord! We didn't know that guy was hiding there. What is going on? Is that the guy that was just sprinting everywhere?
We lost Trey. Total dead.
The heck are people just hiding around these corners? Oh well, he surely took a lot of bullets. Especially headshots. Good for him. Good for that guy.
You motherfucker!
Once you get
Who'd have
to
knew that he
base,
would have been there to take that many
to the
bullets?
hill, there's a console there that you need to punch the code into so we can drive this shit.
Oh crap! Tyler got shot! You fucking piece of shit!
Oh, they just had around these corners, man.
You die! You motherfucker! Ah!
We almost didn't make it. Almost didn't make it. Ooh-wee.
You motherfucker!
Yeah. Ooh.
Piece of shit! I need reload! I need reload!
Same as these.
You motherfucker!
Good lord. Hmm.
Alright, there's a beach straight ahead. Just keep it steady. The plan is to crash right on top of it. It'll be fine. I promise. Just don't kill me if you survive, okay?
Let's get this car to the yard. Even man like heists like this, and this is something to and this is something to prepare a lot of us for. Is that when we want cars, this is what we're gonna have to go through. To get some of these special cars, man, is you're gonna have to be able to go on, because the map is gonna be really big. And here's the thing too, that it's not gonna just be a car probably just for you. You know, your crew's gonna want to have a garage, potentially what cars that you're gonna want to sell to get the most bang for your buck, and you're gonna want to be a crew that deals with cars. And there's gonna be people that collect these cars that are like looking for the best heist crews, and when events are gonna happen with these cars. Oh, that is a video, man, that we're gonna have to talk about, where, you know, the events that's gonna happen. Oh boy, here we go. Woo! Oh boy, oh boy!
Just head back to the yard and lose any cops that still think they have a chance. We'll fix up any damage, and then she's good to go.
We almost didn't make it, boys. We almost didn't make it. And this is how easy, for the most part, how easy it could be to get away from the cops. Let me show you where like some of these spots are going to have to be like not taken out, but cops may be ready for when you go to these certain areas, you know. Like we're right next to a tunnel. No, we're not right here, but we're right next to a tunnel that this specific, like just doing this right here isn't going to be as easy to do. Because there's going to be cops that block off these areas. So you don't have an easy escape. Especially for like events or something where it's just like, okay. And it might even give you the highlight. And that's where I think where it's just like, you're going to have those character abilities to tell you that some of these spots are like highlighted on the map, that they're going to be like, yo, that's blocked off. Or even the hacker is going to be like, yo, they blocked that off. And you're going to have to listen to the radio. What's blocked off and where you can and cannot go, or where you should and should not go. Well, you can say that again, right? But yeah, that's where this is going to be at, on like how it's going to be. Where it is not going to be that easy to just get away. Like, you could sit in here and pretty much, like, that's 4 stars. You know? Look at that. And just like that. And just like that. So yeah, I really think there's going to be it's going to be a lot more trickier, a lot more challenging on getting away from doing, you know, certain missions or stealing cars. How they got it. Like, it's not going to be impossible, but it's going to feel fairly close to being impossible to get a certain car, or you're going to have to, you know, have a particular set of attributes, specific ones, and they're going to have to be pretty high, you know, to do it. Like, it ain't going to just be an easy walk in the park that right when you get on the game, you know, you go ahead and pay to play, playing it, and you're just going to go ahead and just turn up with buying stuff, and that's it. Like, no, it's not going to be like that. I don't think it's going to be like that easy. But then again, it might. It might, because it's going to want its player base to not feel like some things are impossible. So they might nerf some things down at a certain point, or they may increase it, though. You know, I think they're going to probably make it as difficult as they can see how people respond to it and react to it, and then go from there. And that's fair for a company to do. That really is. Because even tapping in the cars for Grand Theft Auto, it's like there's so many car games with so many graphics, and people have car setups. So they may even have their own specific thing for those that just want to do the cars on here and driving their cars, that they may just have a specific, like, you know, way of game, or they might just make their own game on driving. But you know, they probably gonna tap in a lot of things of focusing on Grand Theft Auto 6 first, on airing out a lot of, you know, criticism and what gamers are looking for, or what the majority is ruling of what they should take out, what they should add. I mean, it's their game, obviously they can add whatever they want and however they want, but you know, and it's not even to say the customer is always right, because sometimes the customer's wrong. Sometimes the customer's wrong, or they could just look at the channels of a lot of people that are playing the Grand Theft Auto, because they're the ones that have the community that's going to be playing the game extensively. So they're probably going to listen a lot bit on those channels, because those ones that have the channels dedicated to only their game, they're going to have something special for them, 100%. And maybe one day, we're going to be somebody that's special for them too as well. One day. And we'll see. We will see. It's going to be a journey, boys. It's going to be a journey. But any discussions and topics and comments, go ahead and let me know what y'all think about the discussion on what something that's going to be done. Don't forget to like, subscribe for more content. I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Peace.